Good day, everyone. I am James Alves Azarcon, and this is my STS report about human gene editing. So, what you see now is an incredibly concerning act of genetically modifying children, all to create the super soldiers of the future. Right now, somewhere behind closed doors in labs, humans are playing the dangerous game of human modification. Today, this technological advancement in genetics will shock you and is to be controversial. But this report should not surprise you because we definitely know about steroids, right? We know that they can make some of us look like machines. It may it may affect us to be bigger, faster, stronger, and so it would be considered as naive if we believe that such human modification is only used in sports or worse, only for adults. This is the complicated case of human gene editing. Human gene editing is a modification in the human genome where it has the capacity to improve genes by correcting altered or mutated genes. Gene editing technology has multiple potentials to be used as a therapeutic tool to fight against recessive or hereditary diseases. This advanced gene technology could lower the burden of multiple inherited diseases and lower child mortality rates. Recently, the US Chief Intelligence came out with something scary. He said that somewhere in the dark undergrounds, China is allegedly breeding biologically super enhanced soldiers. Soldiers that will outpower many countries' soldiers. So, I would like to ask you all, how far can humans go in playing human gene editing? To be clear, the Chinese government said that these are all lies. But we all know that this is actually possible not just in China, but in other countries too. As an example, let us take at the insane experiment that is made by Hai Chan Ki 2 years ago. This Chinese scientist made history and shocked the world. He proudly announced that he successfully edited the genes of his twin of a twin baby girls, Lulu and Nana. The twins' father is HIV positive. So, the scientist modified a key gene in the baby's embryos to make them resistant against the virus when they grow old. Sounds good to be true, right? But, except the scientist has forged ethical review documents in the end and was found guilty of illegal practices. This ambitious scientist was sentenced to 3 years in prison. He may have disappeared now, but we don't have news about him. But the unknown effects of what he truly created will only show in a couple of years. Earlier, I said that this is the complicated case of human gene editing. Most of us hate the idea of designing super soldiers by genetically modifying children. But many of us would say yes to healing the future diseases using the same technique. I mean, who wouldn't want to modify their baby's genes to make them healthier? Who wouldn't want to prevent their kids' potential diseases? Or maybe take just a tiny step further, perhaps make them look a little nicer, be more agile, be more sporty, be more smarter. It's just a matter of time when all these questions became a reality. As the US intelligence chief said, China is most likely doing it to build better soldiers. But in all of this, how far can we push science or medicine? And where does human ethics draw the line? Aren't we supposed to be God's perfect creation already? Whatever it is, gene editing may even eliminate cancer. But in the same time, it can also be insanely scary in the wrong hands. That's why this has to be has to be globally limited, because if it's not, it will promote even more violence with super soldiers. It will push the unrealistic view that regulars babies lack for not having the best physical traits. It will treat humans as objects that needed to be enhanced. And so, as I say all of this, I want to leave you with the most important question, everyone. For the last time, how far can humans go in playing human gene editing? Thank you for listening to my STS